Hi, in this video, I'm going to go over how to log in and set up your classes using the Google button in Seesaw, and the best way to post those activities that you create in Seesaw, how to post them into Google Classroom. There is another video that I have that you can check out on our website for more in-depth into the different features that are within Seesaw. This is just a basic overview of setting up your classes with your Google Classroom roster import button. So you can go to app.seesaw.me to come to the main Seesaw landing page, and you'll click on I'm a Teacher. And when you do that, you'll see you have the ability to sign in, and you can teach or sign in with Google. So you'll click on that button and then choose your Google account. And that's going to bring you into the main Seesaw page. Up at the top is where you can see your account and you can start creating your classes. So you can just click on the plus sign when I want to create my class, and you see that at the top there is an import from Google Classroom button. When you click on that, it'll list all of the different classes that you have in Google Classroom. So you can select all of the ones that you want to create, or just one at a time, whatever it might be. And then once you have, you can import your classes, and they will all populate along this top side menu. The settings icon here will let you change your account settings. And also this is where you sign out of your Seesaw account. So I'm going to go into my test class that I already have with my Google imported roster. And down the main page here is where I will see my students listed. It's always going to open up to the journal option if you've employed journals for your students to journal, but really the activities is what you want to focus on. This is where you can create activities or assignments to assign to your class that your students can respond to using the Seesaw tools. So once you want to create a new activity, you can just click on the plus add button and click on assign activity. And that's going to take you into your main library. You can either create a new activity from scratch, or you can browse the community library that's been created by other Seesaw teachers and find an activity that might be suitable for you and do that. So here I have a sample activity that I just kind of put together so you can see on the different types of things that you can do to it. Let me go ahead and edit this activity so we can go inside it. So when you first create an activity, it's going to ask you for a title, and then it's going to ask you for your instructions. Now, your instructions, you can either type them all out. I find that numbering them or listing them by giving students a set of directions that way is easy for them to follow if they have it in a list form. You also have the ability to add voice instructions. So if you want to actually just have them listen to what the instructions are, or I can add multimedia instructions. So if I want to upload a video or link them to something else, I can upload documents from my Google Drive or from my computer. I can upload a photo. So there's a lot of different ways that I can add resources to help my students understand the activity. I can even upload what would be an example of a finished product so my students would know what it should look like. Then down at the bottom, I can also create a student template. So this is something that the students would respond directly onto whatever template I create. So that could be a drawing that I put together, or a photograph that they need to write on top of, or record themselves explaining something, whatever it might be. Once I create that template, let me go ahead and click that, delete that for a second. I can add them, and just the same way, I can add different things. I can upload files, I can upload a drawing, I can upload a picture, whatever it is that I upload from my drive or my computer. You'll notice that if you are attaching something, you can add up to 10 different images, or a PDF or a video as within things to make your templates. At the bottom, it has your option of selecting from the computer or selecting from your drive. So I'm just going to go back and select the same little image that I had before. And it's going to upload that slide. It's going to upload that slide directly as a PDF, so it's a static image. And now I can, if I wanted my students to record over this or draw over this, then these would be the different types of tools that they would have available to them. Oops, let me get out of there for a second. Now it creates these multiple pages because that is part of their feature. Actually, because it's the whole entire slideshow that goes in there, but I don't really want everything. I just want this one image. So I'm going to delete that because since it was a slide presentation, it imported every single slide. So once I have this one presentation, and then what I'm going to do is I can add a text box to it if I want to give directions. I could add a voice comment to it to give directions. There's shapes that I can add links. Down here are my writing tools where I can use a marker or a pencil or an eraser and have different colors. So I can set up this template and provide it however I want for my students. And when I'm done, I come up here to the green check, click on that, and then it is now saved to my assignment. When I'm all set, I can click on save and my assignment is now ready to be assigned. So I can click on assign and I can click on what class I want to assign, or I can also assign it to specific students if I would like. So I'm going to go ahead and assign it to my Google Classroom class, and now it's in there. So if I go back to my class, I'll notice that my assignment is there. When students log into their Seesaw class, they will see this assignment and be able just to click on add response and start working on it. Now, the best way to do this on your Google Classroom would be then to go into your classroom, create an assignment that's a Seesaw activity, and you title it whatever the Seesaw activity is, so it's specific and it matches what's in Seesaw. And my instructions would be to follow the link into our Seesaw class and complete the assigned activity. Right, just a reminder to log in with your Google account. And what I like to do is I would add a link and I go ahead and link it right here already to the login page to Seesaw. So they just have to click on that link and it'll take them directly to the Seesaw login page where they can click on I'm a student and be able to log in that way. So I would save it. And now it's posted on my Google Classroom, but it's also easily linked that my students can just click on here to go directly to our Seesaw and they can work on that Seesaw activity. So I hope this was able to help you set up your classes for Seesaw using your G Suite account. And if you want to find out a little bit more about what each of the features in Seesaw does, then please take a look at the other video on our ACES website. Thanks for watching.